You never will know what a person's private life is really like when they close the door, do you? However, the study shows that situations like this are more common than what you really think. 1 in 4 women will be a victim of domestic violence in their lifetime, with women experiencing more than 4 million physical assaults and rapes from their partners alone. This has become a very serious issue for the safety for women, considering that every year 1 in 3 women who is a victim of homicide is murdered by her current partner. Like, seriously, this is a huge, huge issue. But if there's so many videos of domestic violence awareness on the internet, how come domestic violence still exists? To give credit for the Bureau of Justice Statistics, they say that partner violence against females declined 72% from 1994 to 2011. But our society is still plagued with domestic violence. Maybe it's because there's a stigmatism that only males are the abusers, and that's no longer true. It is estimated that men are victims of nearly 3 million physical assaults. Don't believe me? Just take a look. Women can be just as physically dominant as men. So how come this doesn't get reported as often as when the men do? Why don't victims just turn them into the police? I mean, that is the problem with domestic violence. Like, incidents are never reported. Nobody ever really knows. It seems like a simple decision to just turn them in, and who had ever physically hurt you to just let them go away. Victims just don't want them to go to the police. And most people, you'll talk and say, well, they got what they deserve. But it's important to say that domestic violence isn't just physical abuse. Imagine if you listen to this over a long period of time.
I ask you to bring home one thing. One thing. Are you retarded? You can't understand? Are you stupid? Do you hate me? You're trying to drive me away? I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I even bother with you in my life.
I told you to clean it. I mean, it's not too much to ask. I'm at work all day, busting my ass to earn a living. So you can do. Give me that remote, right? Sit here watching garbage all day. What about my tea? Have you done my tea? Why haven't you done my tea? What's so difficult about that?
The way to truly break the cycle of domestic abuse is to understand the real reason as to why it occurs. So what is the root cause? The root cause of domestic abuse can be contributed to the oppression and subjugation of abuse towards the lesser gender. And this idea of gender oppression is passed down through the children who witness it, who learn that it is an acceptable way to treat others. It has been shown that without help, girls who witness domestic violence are more vulnerable to abuse as teens, and adults and boys are far more likely to become abusers of their partners and or children and adults. The way to end domestic violence, as well as other types of crimes and discrimination against gender, is to be aware that gender oppression exists and it affects both men and women. The world is changing, and so are the stereotypes and gender roles that we conventionally place on men and women, and it's time to acknowledge it. It is time to be accepting of people and for people to be viewed as equal members of the society regardless of gender. Now that you know how domestic violence hurts and how many it can hurt, there might be someone in your life today suffering from domestic abuse. Could you tell if it was the person sitting in front of you? Look around you. It hurts everyone.